Hey guys, welcome back and happy, I believe, early Valentine's Day if you're celebrating. And today I just thought, why not talk to you guys in my car? So in honor of Valentine's Day, I got the new Sweet on You Dunkin latte. So let's give it a try. I've heard really good things about it. It's like caramel and coconut. So yeah, let's give it a sip and see if we like it. This is so good. Holy, I'm not even lying. I got it with oat milk just because I don't really like dairy that much. So oat milk, that's just what I got. It's actually so good, and it comes with sweet foam, but it kind of melted, which is ironic because it's literally snowing here. But I think it's just because I had my heat blasting because it was pretty cold. But yeah, so the main reason why I wanted to kind of like record this video was just to kind of talk about things in life. So today I was getting ready for the day, doing my makeup, my hair, I don't know, the typical stuff you would do, you know. My dad texted me, and it all started based off a little, like, I don't know, it was just a stupid conversation. Like, he asked, like, what is Vecna made out of? And then I was like, oh, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. And then he was like, I'm made out of broken dreams and debt. And I don't know why, but, like, yes, that's funny, but also, at the same time, that's just like kind of sad to me, because I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm starting to feel that way too, and I just never, like, I guess, expected it to happen that way. But it is true. I feel like when you get older, you really do kind of give up on your dreams and realize, like, the reality of what life is. So I don't know, I've just been thinking about that today, because my dad, he went to Kendall Arts School, college or whatever, and he got his degree there, and then he wanted to do like sculpting and all of that fun stuff, but he had to sadly quit because he has arthritis in his hand, because he was born with an extra thumb, but it had no like bone in it, so they just cut it off when he was a baby, so it never really like mattered or like affected him in any way until like adulthood, you know, I guess, when he wanted to do art school and he couldn't because he had that arthritis. And then that made me think about my mom and how, you know, she went to school for dental hygienist and ended up not even doing anything with that degree from what I'm aware of. And she would always write stories. Like, she loves writing. She's very like passionate about that. Like, that's like her passion. And she would go to this writers group every single Wednesday. And then when COVID hit, she stopped going, and she hasn't really written since. And now she works like a part-time job, basically full-time, I would say. And it's just, it's sad because it's like life and work really does get in the way of people's passions and dreams. And I've always seen my parents kind of pushing off their passions to, like, you know, provide for our family and make sure that me and my two siblings can have all the things that we want in life. And I just never thought that that would be me. I never thought I would be the one giving up on my dreams. But it's just like the way life turns out, you know? I don't know. And, you know, my dad, he told me he never wanted kids. And so sometimes I just wonder, like, are you happy with your life? Like, I know there's, like, happy moments, and he loves us. Like, obviously he loves us a lot. And he does so much for our family. Like, he's helped me in so many ways. Like, he's a great father, a great person, you know. But it's just, it's sad because I wonder if this is the life that he wanted for himself and had like envisioned for himself. Same with my mom. Like, I know she grew up raising all of her siblings. Like, her mom was single. Both of my parents' mothers raised them single, and I just can't imagine raising all of your siblings and then wanting to grow up and raise your own kids after having raised your siblings all your life. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, I've just been thinking about that lately. And it makes me sad, but it also makes me really grateful that I have this life. But I just feel like I'm wasting this life that they have given me, in a way. Basically, I have always had dreams, right? Like, I like writing like my mom, and I like making YouTube videos. Like, I think that's really fun. I like the creative element of that, kind of getting to decide what you want to film. But I've never really like seriously pursued it because I've always been working or studying for school, and I've never really had the time to give it a chance, you know? Or I've always been passionate about guitar, but have I ever really picked up a guitar and started playing it? No. And people can be like, oh, you're just being lazy, like you're not like trying hard enough to reach your dreams. And like part of it is, yes, that is the case, but the other part is, it's just I feel so drained from all this other stuff that I have to do every day that I don't have time to like sit down and like process, or no, like I don't have time to like sit down and actually focus on these dreams of mine that I had. And I just slowly see myself as I get older drifting away from like all of these things that I have wanted my whole life, like traveling. Like I just don't see it in my cards because I don't see a way of like providing that lifestyle for myself. And you may be saying like, okay, go out there, get a job then, and start providing for yourself. Obviously, that's what I'm trying to do. That's the logical choice. So I have been working a lot, but I don't know. I just never really saw this future for myself. I don't know if I've ever really seen like a clear future of what I could imagine my life to look like, but it's just kind of crazy that this is the way that it's turning out for me. So basically, after I graduated high school, 2023, I took a gap year and I worked as a pizza delivery driver for about that whole year and just made a bunch of money because I didn't want to use my parents' money. I wanted to use my own money. And, you know, I don't even think my parents could have afforded that, honestly. So I went to esthetician school. If you don't know what esthetician school is, it's kind of like a low-grade dermatologist. And it's a part of like the cosmetology community, if that kind of helps you get like an idea of what that even is, you know? But, yeah, I did that, and I worked my butt off. I was working and in esthetician school all at the same time, and I finally got all my hours, and I took that state test, and I studied so hard for that test. And there's a practical, and then there's a written test, right? I passed both of them first try, and I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I have been holding myself back. Like, I can study, I can do all this. And it really gave me that mindset, like, I can do stuff. Like, I am able to do what I put my mind to. So that was a really cool experience. And then I went into the work field trying to find a job in the esthetician field in my area, which is like Michigan, you know. And nobody around here really, I guess, is hiring in that field, which I should have looked into before. So many other girls from my class cannot find work, and it was very discouraging. Like, honestly, I applied to every place. All summer, I was just applying to jobs, and I couldn't get one in the field that I wanted. There was just no jobs. I couldn't even get a receptionist job. The market was so oversaturated, and I couldn't even do that. So it was kind of very discouraging, I would say, to say the least. But then I was like talking to this girl in my class, and she was like, go to nursing school, like become a medical esthetician, like you'll make so much money. And I was like, okay, like I passed my test, I studied for it, and I was able to do it. I should be able to do nursing school, right? So I just recently started going back to nursing school. So it is 2026 now. So basically 3 years after graduating, I decide I'm going to go back to college. I live at home because campus is only 10 minutes away and it's just an easy commute. I'm studying every single night for all of these tests, and I'm working every single night as a server, a job I hate. By the way, I am a terrible server. Like, oh my God, I have never had a job that I am worse at than serving. Like, every server out there, I thank you 100%. Like, I did not realize, like, I knew how difficult it was, but doing it is another thing. Like, oh my gosh, side work, hate it. So dumb. It is just horrible. But if you can make the money doing it, obviously do it. I'm just a terrible server, like terrible at my job. So I just kind of had to quit that job. And, you know, I was working another job too as a barista at Big B, but I've quit that job and I have a new job now, but I don't want to say just because, like, I'm currently employed there. But yeah, and I was going to school and doing all this work and I was passing my classes, but I just had this moment where I sat in my room and I was just like, what am I doing with my life? I don't even want to be a nurse. I don't even want to do this shit. I don't even know if I ever even really liked the idea of being an esthetician. And I just keep feeling like I had this impending feeling of doom in my chest that I was wasting more and more money, just like I had done during esthetician school. And I just felt like trapped in that moment. I felt like there was no way out. And I just remember like breaking down and being like, I don't know if I can keep doing this, which I know is so dramatic. Like, obviously I'm like grateful that I could go to school and like have this experience, but I was just like, you know what, I don't know if this is for me. So after my first semester, I have officially dropped out at the age of 21. And now what am I doing? Working a part-time job and hopefully going full-time soon, which I need to be doing, obviously. But I told myself after I dropped out of college, I told myself, I'm gonna lock back in on all of my dreams, passions, and hopes that I had when I was a kid and actually try for once, because I owe it to myself to try, right? My parents never really got a chance to try, so I should try for them in a way. It's silly. It's kind of silly if you think about it, to focus on your passions, like filming YouTube videos, learning the guitar. Like, it's all cool, but it's like, what are you accomplishing in your life? Like, I'm just not a career-driven person. I'm more of a life-driven person. Like, I just want to experience things. I want to go to concerts. I want to go on vacations. I want to meet new people. I want to just go on hikes. I want to go on walks. I want to vlog my experiences. I just want to, like, live. And I know that's what everybody wants. Everybody just wants to experience life and live it, right? But I feel like some people really are more career driven than others, which is totally fine. Like, some people find joy in their career, or like their passion is their career, right? My passion is not my career. My passion is just like living life, learning new things. I don't know, does you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, some people, their passion is being a doctor, being a lawyer, like helping people, that kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, I want to help people too, but I just don't know if I'm the right person to help people in that way, because I just don't know if I'm that career focused where I could be the type of nurse that someone would need in that situation. Like, yeah, I can help people, but I'm not book smart. I'm honestly not. And do you guys hear that train? But anyway, this is not an excuse or anything, but I am dyslexic, and I really just found myself struggling to read through my bio book and maintain focus on what I was reading and actually like digesting it. And I just like could imagine the next 4 years of my life in that school, struggling alone, and I just don't know if I could do it, honestly. So now I'm just sitting here, 21, college dropout. I don't have much going for me, and time is running out. I know I need to get my shit together and figure out what I need to do with my life, but it's honestly just scary, because I know so many people, all of my friends, they feel the same way. They feel like they're just wasting time. Why are they in college? Why are they doing this? What are they doing this for even? And they don't know, and I don't know either. I just feel like I don't want to give up on my dreams just yet. I don't want to give up on my dreams. And I want to try to challenge myself into learning new things and putting myself in uncomfortable positions and situations and just kind of like learning new things to benefit my future self, which I have never, like, I try to push myself into doing new things, and I do, but maybe I'm just not pushing myself into the right things that are meant for my life, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just have seen so many people who are unhappy in their life, and I really just don't be one of them. And am I scared? Yes, I am terrified that I have made the wrong choice dropping out of college. And it's actually a terrifying feeling, not knowing what you're going to do with the rest of your life. Like, I live at home right now, and I just feel like the world's biggest loser, honestly. Because what am I doing? I just feel like every day I'm wasting another day doing absolutely nothing. And, people are telling me, like, figure out what you're passionate about, learn what you like, learn what you want to do with your life. But it's just, I don't find, like, passion in work. And I know everyone's like, okay, like, you just need to have a good work-life balance. Like, you need to be able to do both. Because it's not very realistic to find a job that you are 100% passionate about, You just need to find something that you like doing, and then the passion will come later. Everybody says that. And I'm just wondering, do people regret it? like, after they graduate, they get that degree, they weren't really that passionate about it, and now they're working there every single day. Are they even happy with their lives? I don't know. Like, I can be comfortable living in a cheap 1-bedroom apartment, living off ramen noodles, if I'm going on hikes, meeting new people, like, living, having experiences. Like, I can be comfortable with that lifestyle, and that's good, because at this point in my life, that's probably how it's gonna end up, because I don't know, I just don't seem to have that drive in me that a lot of people have for a career. But yeah. And let's talk about debt too. I am in debt from the esthetician degree that I haven't even used, and I don't think I'm in debt for college. Like, I paid that off while I was in school, which was why it was so hard to, like, study and everything, because I was working every day after my classes. But it's just like, debt really does hold you back, because it feels like you're trapped, you know? You can't do anything once you start getting money, because you have to pay everything back. And I had this plan of going back to cosmetology school, because in high school there was this, like, tech program where you could kind of, like, go to cosmetology your last couple hours of the day. I did mine in the morning, so I have half of my cosmetology hours in, and I was thinking of going back so that way I could have my esthetician license and my cosmetology license, so that way I can maybe open up my own place, which would be kind of cool. But I'm gonna be having to save up a lot of money before I can go back into cosmetology school, because I still have to pay back my esthetician loan, and then, like, I paid half of it off, but I still have a little bit left to go, you know what I mean? But it's just like, even if I wanted to take charge of my life right now and go do something else and go get a freaking, like, license or certificate to go do something else, I can't right now, because I don't even have the money to do that. I can't even move out because I don't have the money to do that. And you may be like, go work more. I am working, and it just doesn't happen like that overnight. Like, it actually takes time to get that money and pay those people back. And same with my credit card. Like, I had to use my credit card to pay for parking every day at this esthetician place, which was like $25 a day, I think. I don't know. I feel like everything will eventually work out, because my motto is everything has to work out because it has to. And I just kind of live by that. Like, money will always come back. I'm just like, I feel like right now in my life, I'm in this weird, like, cutscene or, like, transition period where everything just feels so boring and bleak, because I know that there's something else waiting for me at the finish line. This cannot be the rest of my life, just sitting here in my small town at the beach in the middle of winter, drinking Dunkin alone in my car. Like, this can just not be it for me. Like, I know that there has to be something else out there, and I don't know, I'm excited for it, but it's just daunting, like, waiting for this period to pass in my life. And I know everyone's like, enjoy your 20s. Like, yes, it's the most stressful. You just have to get through and push through it. It's so worth it. But it's just like, I just want something to happen. Like, you know? I don't know. I feel like the reason why I'm so bored with my life is because, like, when I watch a movie, something happens, you know? There's a climax of the movie, and that's where they learn everything about themselves, and they have this big epiphany of what they're supposed to do with their life, or they have this whole, like, character arc that changes. And it's just like, I feel like life's not like that in real life. Like, you can't just see all the most interesting and dramatic parts of your life. You have to go through the boring periods and just kind of live. So it just feels like pointless right now, but all these pointless moments are leading up to something big, and you just kind of have to, like, push through it. And I feel like that's why life feels so boring, in the sense that it's nothing like a movie. You can't just skip through and get to the parts that you like. You have to sit there and actually live through every single moment, every single second, and just kind of see where you end up. And right now, I just feel like one of those losers who has, like, acne and lives in their parents' basement and is, like, 21 years old, doing nothing with their life, and just a chud working at a part-time job, has nothing going for them. But then one day, something happens, and then their whole entire life changes. And I'm just, like, waiting for that part to happen, sitting here waiting. And then I realized that's never gonna fucking happen if I'm just sitting at home doing nothing for the rest of my fucking life. Like, you have to go out there and experience things and put yourself out there and try to make something of yourself. And it's hard to put yourself out there, you know? It's hard to focus on your dreams and figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life. But when you do, it will be so gratifying and worth it. So I really just need to put myself out there, figure out what I like to do, and not give up on my dreams, because I owe it to myself. I owe it to my parents. And I just need to lock in and figure out, what is my goal with this life? What do I want to do? You know what I mean? I don't know. Do you guys feel the same way, or are you going through like a similar situation? Because I just feel like your 20s are such a confusing time in your life, and I notice time going by faster around me, and it's kind of scary, but it's also like beautiful in a way that I get to live and experience these type of thoughts and just live my life, learning more every day, you know? But I do see time going by faster and people growing and changing. Like, one of my friends is getting married. My other friend's almost graduating college and she's going to be a lawyer. She's going to go to law school. And my younger sibling is just going into college, which is another crazy thing all in itself. And my older sibling now has a teaching job. And it's just like, you look around and you're like, when did everybody get so fucking old? And it's scary, but I just love seeing who these people have become. And then I look at myself and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're wasting your life every day. And I just am tired of feeling that way. But I know I have all the control and power to make the change, to make my life better for myself and see myself the way that I see them. But for some reason, something in my brain or something about me is holding me back from being as accomplished as them, if that makes sense. But again, I am grateful for my life. Like, I love it, but I just feel like I'm wasting it, you know? I don't know. Let me know if you guys feel the same way. And thanks for having this little talk with me with the Dunkin. Thanks, guys, and let me know what kind of videos you would like to see next. Bye! Okay, guys, this is just like a little random side note or whatever that has nothing to do with the video or what I was just talking about. But I just went to the store, and if I could get it out of the bag, I could show you. But I'm struggling. But I got this new setting spray because I just ran out, so I'm trying to buy less stuff so I can save up for other things, you know? But yeah, so I only bought this. But yeah. Bye, guys. See you in the next one. I am so cold.